everybody, welcome to Life on Turkey Lane. Well, today I actually found this the other day, but like I was telling you, some of the people leave some really neat stuff in their trash and out at the curb and stuff like that. And so I found some old like Barnwood gate pieces or something like that I'm going to have Andy cut down for me so I can do a little project with. So let me get it kind of squared off here. I'm just kind of wanting the rounded edge taken off of it.
No matter it's be identical.
Huh?
Be identical. You're not going to have the same.
No, they don't have to be identical. Problem is we got this one. Here, let me get a piece of wood here. I don't know how much you guys can see of this because I can't get it all in the frame. These are really long. They're probably about, what, 8 foot long, 7 foot long.
Yeah, probably somewhere.
So,
Yeah, short square somewhere.
okay, now I'm going to go around to the other side and do those in real fast. And
Do you want me to wait for it to do there?
well, you can go ahead and cut those off if you want to. For reasons.
Are you leaving them on one piece? One long piece?
No. I'm going to be cutting it.
See the laser, you follow your laser. It's going to climb up. I gotta get rid of stuff.
And the only thing I can say is to level it on one side. Okay, that's yeah.
There we go.
So that's heavy.
Yeah, 'cause if I cut through this trash can, not really well. I'm not going to, but I mean it's a little uneven. You can always tap it. one had a problem with this one. So that one was dry crack pretty bad. So this one should not give you that same problem. Go look in the back of my truck. I got some stuff sitting back there for a while. Who's this?
Okay, as you saw, we cut that wood. I cut the little rounded ends off of those pieces of wood, and then we cut them in half in the middle. And I'm just kind of, it's like old rough rustic barn type wood stuff, and so I'm just going to do a little decorative projects out of those. I might try to sell it at a farmer's market or flea market or something like that, but we'll see. And I'll show you what we do next. Okay guys, so actually our garage is a horrible mess. Ever since Andy's dad passed away, we had brought some things home from his house and different things, and we've just got a mess. And but anyway, we've got these pieces cut down the way I want them. Now some of them, we moved one of the brackets off the bottom of the one side over to this one. So this one has two brackets. It kind of makes it look like a shutter or like something. And then we're making a couple brackets for this one, and I've got to make a couple brackets for the other two pieces. The other two pieces actually have some rusty pieces of metal latches and stuff on them. That's really cool. I think looks good. But anyway, so I have a project in mind for these, and I'm just going to go ahead where we sanded them down, and I'm just where we cut them, and I'm just going to sand it a little bit so there's no splintery pieces on it. And what I'd really like to do, I've been kind of trying to work on my my craft room just a little bit, and I haven't been able to find some of the bins that I want from my Dollar Tree or whatever to use in my little, I have a little like bookshelf thing in there that I'm going to put some bins and to help hold some of my, sorry if this is noisy, to help hold some of my crafting supplies. But anyway, I think this wood is just gorgeous. I don't know, let me see if I can bring it up here a little closer to you. I just like it. It's patinaed really well. Now the back side's a little darker, and it's got a little, it's a little more weathered than I like. But anyway, this side is weathered just perfect, I think, and I think it's gonna do really cute. And I'll show you what I'm gonna do in just a little bit with them. I was kind of disappointed. I went to Hobby Lobby last weekend because I knew I had this project kind of in mind. And of course I only bought enough to do one of these at the moment. But Hobby Lobby doesn't have their, you know, they have sales throughout the store here and there like they always have. But they don't, which I didn't know, it's been since like February when they did this. But they stopped doing their 40% off coupon on the app. So you can't get, it used to be you could get one item that was regular price in the store at checkout for 40% off with the app. And they don't have that deal anymore. So I actually paid full price for the little piece that I got. But I just think these are so, I love the wood on them. And so I'm just kind of going over it just a little bit with a light grit sandpaper. Just in case if there is any little splintery areas, it would hurt somebody or whoever it is that's buying these. If they even sell. I got this idea from another YouTube channel. I think the name of the YouTube channel is Green Onion Vintage or Green Vintage Onion, something like that. And anyway, she has like a couple booths at some different antique malls, flea market type places, and she has made some things like this. Now she sells hers for a pretty hefty penny, and I don't think that I would get anywhere near what she sells hers for in this area. And I'm not ready to actually have a booth or anything right now. But I thought I would make some things up now over the winter, and then next year in the spring when the farmers market starts up, I thought about trying to set up a booth there a few times and seeing how things went, or if people liked them, and just thought that I would try that first before committing to renting. You know, things might sell better in a booth where people are actually looking to buy decor items and different things like that. But they're pretty pricey to get yourself in a booth, and I just don't have enough stuff. You know, I mean, I don't really make over furniture or anything. I could, but I don't have room to do that. Actually, I probably should have had Andy put the little braces on this side of it, because it actually does look a little bit more neat. Now that I'm sitting here looking, it's got these little holes in it from where the cars there, and standing down pretty good. So anyway, we might do this one this way, and we might do this one that way if it looks better. I don't know. So anyway, I don't want to bore you with the details and all that. I'm going to take you in here pretty soon. Yeah, that one actually might do better. And go that way, it'll kind of be. I like the light color of this one, but I like the dark color of that one. So we might do it that way. But anyway, so I'm going to take you inside. I've kind of sanded that piece pretty good. That's the only one that's actually ready that I can put the little thing on. So I'll bring you inside and show you what we're going to do there. Okay guys, so I'm in my craft room and it's a mess. I've got it somewhat organized, and like I said, I've got to get some bins and basket things for my little bookshelf thing over here. This tall thing, that thing on top, the little cubby holder, Andy brought that home from one of the schools he was working at recently and asked me if I wanted it, and I said absolutely. So it's not organized or anything yet, but I think it's going to be great for some of my stuff. So anyway, yeah, here's the craft room. I'm planning on hanging some of those things on the wall. Those would be some of the things that I take to the market or whatever. I've got to get some, on a few of them I've got to get some like holders for it to be able to go on the wall. So anyway, here is the little piece. I don't know if you can see it. Here's the little piece that I was just out in the garage working on and sanding. And like I said, I've got kind of a mess in here. I've got to get my, sorry, I'm wearing my slippers. I've got to get my staple done. Okay, here's the staples. Put something on it. Okay. Well, it looks like I may have to go back out to the garage and find my staple gun that I'm pretty sure was in my bag, and then now it's not there. Okay, so guys, like I was talking about Hobby Lobby, I actually paid full price for this little wreath. But this is what I'm going to put on the little shutter looking piece of barnwood. Unfortunately, like I said, I paid full price. It was $12 for this little wreath. But the Barnwood was free. And so what I'm going to do, and like I said, I believe the girl's name or the YouTube channel's name is Green Onion Vintage. She has a booth, I think one in Greenville, Illinois and one in Edwardsville, Illinois. Well, my husband and I were actually raised right up by Edwardsville and Greenville, Illinois. I don't know the girl. She's quite a bit younger than me. But anyway, she has been doing these types of things and selling them in her booth. And when I saw these pieces of wood and they were on the side of the road, like I said, people throw away stuff around here that, you know, maybe this to them is junk. To me, I love decor, and and at Hobby Lobby, you would pay probably $75 for something like this, or at least $50. And especially since they're not doing any sales really anymore, you would have to catch them at a time where they're doing a sale on these particular types of things. And so what I'm going to do is just take I've got this placed where I think I want it here. And I'm just going to take my staple gun and I'm going to kind of go in between these leaves right here. See if I can hold this steady. May not do it because this is not a flat. There we go. Okay. And I'll just put one over on this side, right up in there. Okay. And I might go ahead and put a couple in the bottom so it don't fall off. Anyway, so that's not going to go anywhere. I think it's pretty well even on there. Go ahead and fluff it up just a little bit. But anyway, I just think, let me bring this a little bit closer. Like I said, my craft room, I'm looking for some of those bins that the Dollar Tree has. They're kind of like fabric, and they have like a large size, and then they have ones that are a little shorter. I want 3 of the large size for the second shelf here, and I want 3 of the shorter ones for the top shelf here. And then I'm also going to get some more little bins for some of the cubbies to hold, like I've got some paint brushes and different things. And I found I was looking for it when I was going to do Kayla's sign for her room. And as a matter of fact, I will be getting to Kayla's room. I haven't put the finishing touches on it yet or anything. I just, I've had a little bit of time, like I could have did it last weekend maybe. She wasn't home, and I may do it tomorrow. But I need to get her sign on the wall, and I need to hang her little flower things on the wall that we did. But anyway, when I was doing her sign, I was actually going to I was actually going to use graphite paper or carbon paper to put the wording on there and then paint it in. I couldn't find my graphite paper. I found it when I was doing the craft room, so I got my, well, it's actually carbon paper, pen and pencil carbon paper, but I've got like almost a whole box of it here that I got thrifting one time or something like that. So anyway, so I can do more signs and different things maybe with that. But anyway, I am going to get to doing Kayla's room. If I do it tomorrow, I'll bring you along. There's actually one wall in there I kind of want to do a treatment on, and I just haven't been able to gather the stuff to do it. And also I was going to get some cute little decorative pillows to put on her bed, and I haven't been able to do that yet. But either way, we might put the bedspread on her bed, and we might go ahead and hang up her sign and little flower things tomorrow. And if I do, I'll show that to you. But anyway, let me know what you think of this. Let me see if I can aim you down here where you can see it all a little bit better. But this is the little wreath is called, this is a lamb's ear wreath. Like I said, I got it from Hobby Lobby. It was actually one of their cheaper ones, and I liked it better than just about any of them for the smaller wreaths. So I paid $12 for that. The wood was free. But I just think this is so cute. I don't really have a place to hang any. I could probably hang some here in the craft room. But anyway, I've got 3 other pieces of wood that I'm going to do a similar thing to. But I don't have any other wreaths. I wasn't going to pay that price, so I was kind of waiting maybe to see when they have a sale on the wreaths or the greenery. So yeah, that was my little project for today. I really love it. I'm super happy with it. I think it turned out so cute. It's just a simple little piece. There's kind of a new decorating style. Like I told you before, I'm kind of into decorating. I love decorating. I don't get to decorate as much as I'd like to on my house, and I don't get to spend the money on it. Like some of these people that go to Hobby Lobby all the time and spend hundreds of dollars on wood signs or this and that or mirrors. I don't have that luxury. So I make most of my stuff. I pretty much always have. Like I said, I've made my curtains. I was very surprised, and I should have grabbed more, but I only grabbed 5, and I knew that they would be gone the next time I was there. But Dollar Tree actually had these. Now they've had the cotton stems in the past, and I bought those, and they're in my pantry room. I have those in little buckets on the wall. They actually, the little brown pieces on the cotton stems are plastic, and you can tell they're plastic if you get up close, especially. I mean, you can see that they're reproductions, they're cheapies. These stems actually look like real cotton bowl things. The little brown things here are the actual like wood, and I don't know if I can get this close enough you can see. But yeah, I mean, $1 for that. Cheap, very inexpensive. And so I bought 5 of them. I didn't really have anything planned for them per se, but I might sell them if I do get a little booth. I wish I would have picked up at least 5 more, but I don't like to be bogartish. I mean, have you ever noticed if you like to go to Dollar Tree, or if you you know, it's a cheap place to buy home decor or different things for fall and Christmas and different things like that. Anyway, I've noticed, and especially because I watch some of the, I'm going to sit down here and we'll talk for just a second, chat. Anyway, have you ever noticed that I watch some of the YouTube channels, people who do crafting and different things. I just like to look at different ideas and different things like that. Or every time I see something at Dollar Tree that I really like and I want to pick up, if I don't grab it right then, I don't get any. Our store down here is very busy, and their stock is very, very limited. And like I said, when I saw those, I knew I probably should have picked up at least 10, and I didn't. I grabbed 5. Because, like I said, I don't like to be a bogart, because there's other people shopping who would like to have some of that. And if I grab all of them, then that leaves it where nobody else gets any, and that's just really not right or fair. And see, the Dollar Tree stores are kind of like Dollar General, and like, actually they're owned by Family Dollar, Dollar Tree is. And their headquarters sends out the stock to them, and it's not based on what their sales are. It's not based on how many of such and this item is sold and that item is sold. They just get a shipment, and whatever it is what it is, and when it's gone, it's gone. Let me know if you like the little project here, if you think that old wood looks great with the wreath on it, if you would buy something like that. What would you price something like that at? Maybe there's some of you who have little booths at flea markets or farmers markets and stuff, and you sell homemade goods. What you would sell something like that for. like I said, to me it only cost $12 because the wood was free. But if somebody was to shop for something like that at Hobby Lobby, they'd probably pay about $50 to $75 at least for it. So, and this isn't, I hate to say that some of the stuff at Hobby Lobbies is fake wood, because there's some of it that's wood, but it's a real light wood. It's not real barnwood, and it's not real hardwood or anything like that. It's replicated or real cheap. Most of it is. So when you can buy, and that's why I say I would encourage you, if you're shopping for home decor, and you might already do this, go to some of your thrift store, or not thrift stores, but flea markets and antique malls and places where people have made homemade goods. Like a lot of my signs are made, I've told you before, out of cabinet doors that were out of my 100-year-old house that we lived in when we remodeled the kitchen. We saved the doors from that. And so they're real wood, and you know, to me, they're better quality than some of the stuff that you would find at Hobby Lobby and different things like that. And I'm going to try to sell them. So, you know, if you want to support local people in your area, go to the flea markets and the places that have little booths where people sell their own wares. And if there's something that you find that you like, buy it. You know, it might be priced a little, what you think is a little high, because, well, that's a homemade item. But think in comparison what you would pay if you were to find something like that at Hobby Lobby. So, anyway, that's my ramblings. And I don't want to bore you guys. Like I said, I don't know really what you like to watch. If, and I do, like I said, a variety of things. And while we're at it, let me show you some of the other things. Now, I bought this little chicken a few weeks ago from a resale shop, or from Goodwill actually. And it was, I don't know what they call it. It was white ceramic with like the blue flowers and houses, I don't know, blue transferware maybe on it. And I painted it in kind of like a, it's kind of like a textured paint to kind of make it look like more like concrete. So that's one of the things. And this finial is actually like a stair finial or porch finial that was off of an old house. And my father-in-law gave me this. And so I just kind of shabby chic'd it, or farmhouse, made it look farmhousey. And so I've got that. But let me show you some of the other things I'm going to make over. I've got this little, I love these little mail bins. Now this one says letters, bills, and miscellaneous on it, but we're going to change that up. And I got this for 25 cents. I mean, you can't beat that. And I'm going to redo it, make it look more in today's style. I got this little jar for 25 cents, and I don't like the color of it, so we're going to change that. And this little metal box I've been working on, and I want to get a, I might have to borrow my niece's Cricut, but I want to put a little design on it or something. And let's see, here's something I bought today for like 25 cents, and it says measure, and I'm going to repaint it and make it look a little different and do something farmhousey with that. And then I found this cutest little pig that is absolutely farmhouse, and I don't know what exactly I'm going to do with it yet. It's just so cute. I don't really like the butterfly on the head, so I might take that off, but this was $2. So, and just some things that I found, and so yeah, I'm going to be working on, I found this cute little thing. I've got some ideas for it. This is actually a cookbook stand, and so I'm going to be doing something with that. And so I just got some things in the making, in the works, and let me point you around here. Like I said, you know, I've got my signs. Here I've had this old frame for several years now, and I've not ever done anything with it, but I have planned on doing things with that, so I'm going to do that. And then here's one of my signs that I made with when I had my niece's cricket over here. It says home where your story begins, and the wording didn't come out the greatest on the bottom there, but I just put a little wooden shelf on there. This is one of the cabinet doors. I just put, these were actually, let me show you here. Let me put this down. These little brackets here were actually from Dollar Tree, and they are plant hanger brackets. And I turned them sideways and made screw holes in them so I could use them as shelf brackets. And so I put a little shelf on top of this, and I'm going to sell that. Or at least I want to sell that. We'll see how it goes. I figured somebody could put that like in their entryway. And, you know, maybe they could hang their purse off of those little things, or put some little tchotchkes on the shelf. Here is one of the windows. You saw the window that I had where it said groceries and dry goods. Here is one of the windows that I made that says fresh brewed coffee. And I put hooks on the bottom there for mugs, and there's a little shelf on top too. This is an old piece of wood. It was actually somebody who did concrete work. This is one of their scathing boards to smooth the concrete. And I thought it was perfect for this, and so I used it for that. It's actually still got a little bit of concrete on the top of it. But anyway, I love that. I'm going to try to hang it on the wall, get some hangers to hang it on the wall here pretty soon. And then, of course, I've got the sign that I made for Kayla's room. And so that's where the craft room stands right now. And I just want to, you know, we're getting ready to start entering into fall and winter. Getting ready to enter into fall and winter, and Andy's going to be working evening shift, and so me and the kids are going to be here. They usually are in their rooms playing games, talking on the phone, what have you, and I'll be by myself a lot. So I just figure these things would kind of keep me busy in that time, and it's something I enjoy doing. So I better get off of here. I got some other things I want to do today. And so, yeah, thank you for joining me at Life on Turkey Lane. Let me know how you liked our little wreath project here. I'm going to point you down here one more time so you can see that. And let me know what you think of that, if it's something you like, if you would buy it. And then if you see my Howdy Now Get sign, that is not for sale. Nobody would buy it anyway, I don't think, and that's kind of a mean sentiment. Actually, I saw a saying on somebody's fence out in the country when we lived up in, farther up on the, headed east. And we were looking at a house out that way, and I saw somebody on their fence, they had a painted up sign that said, Howdy Now Get. And I just thought it was funny. And when we were doing the social distancing thing, I thought that is a perfect saying for social distancing. Howdy Now Get. So anyway, that sign's not for sale. Like I said, I don't think anybody would buy it, but I thank you for joining me at Life on Turkey Lane today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry it was so long or tedious for you, and you've listened to me ramble on. But kind of lonely, and I thought, well, it'd be nice to just talk. And so anyway, thank you for coming here. I hope you have a really good night. See you next time. Bye.